Hello, YouTube! Thank you guys so much for the support on my TADC reaction video. I am so thankful. It's been a bit. How have you guys been? So, I got my wisdom teeth removed, so if I sound kind of weird, I apologize. I'm still kind of recovering. So, today, we're going to be reacting to Duncachi's video. I believe I said his name right. My bad, if not. So today, I got permission from Duncachi to react to their video about MALWARE Amy. So, for those of you who don't know me, I was actually confirmed to be MALWARE Amy's official voice actress. So, I've been working with Sashiro for a little while in regards to new pieces of lore about MALWARE. And when I booked this role, I actually watched this video to give me the full context of MALWARE's story. So I think it would be a cool idea to kind of like react to it now that I'm a lot more familiar with MALWARE, and also talk about some of my personal writing experiences with MALWARE, because I've also worked with a couple of other projects where Sashiro couldn't write for MALWARE. So I've had the opportunity to step in as her voice actor to help contribute new pieces of lore and just stuff that I knew from Sashiro. So, yeah, this is gonna be fun! I'm so excited. Alright, as per usual, if you guys end up liking this video, please feel free to drop a subscribe. It helps the channel. And also like the video if you have any suggestions, constructive criticism, as I'm still learning the reaction content, whatever it's called. I'm reacting to stuff. I'm new to this still. So if you have any constructive criticism to give involving my reaction content, please comment down below. I'm more than happy to fix and adjust and tweak stuff for future videos. Alright, without further ado, and without me yapping too much more, let's get into the video! Yahoo!
A girl has a dream to escape her horrible life, and to be the best at what she did. This woman suffered great hardships her whole life, wanting to please everybody around her in order to feel accomplished, but it would never be good enough. Not what you were expecting when you saw this, huh? No.
Okay, so the story mainly is about Monica, and oh my god, it's so sad. When I was writing originally for, okay, let me back up. So when I was writing for MALWARE, I had to learn about Monica also. So I remember watching this video for the first time, and I'm like, how is this? But it ends up making a lot of sense. So I'll let Duncachi do the talking. But yeah, it still ties in. This is the person who created MALWARE Amy. Yeah, yippee.
MALWARE's story was not what I was expecting, but I mean this in a good way. It actually had a bit of depth to it. And when I first saw her, I thought she was a fun play off of Rewrite, which in a way she is. But her story involves her creator having a hard life and this entity having different forms it can take.
So if I remember correctly, both Springless and Sashiro, I believe if I remember this correctly, they kind of worked in tandem on Rosie, but it's mainly Sashiro's creation. So yes, Sashiro and Springless are best friends, so which is why you see a lot of art of Rewrite and MALWARE together, is because their creators are friends and they like to tease stuff. So yeah.
Rosie, or MALWARE, or Rewrite Amy, is her own entity. And while her story involves Rewrite, it's not canon to Sonic Rewrite, but it is an unofficial extension of that story.
Yes, so as of right now, it's an unofficial extension. So it's not official to Rewrite's lore. However, Sashiro and Springless, they did kind of, if I remember correctly from what Sashiro was telling me, they both kind of worked in tandem to make sure that, hey, if it did become canon, that it was already kind of workable. You get what I mean? I don't know if that makes any sense, but like I feel like that should be like a little thing there where it's like, yes, it's not canon to Rewrite's universe, however, they do have some canonical interactions. Yeah.
Rosie is a much more unique character, one that I've come to appreciate and be impressed by. And also, I will not lie, she is very adorable.
She's my baby! She's so cute! And maybe at some point I should get like I should get like a plushie. You see the Amy I'm holding right now? So I should get one of Malware where I'm holding Malware instead. That would be so cute. Wait. Yeah, she's adorable. That's my daughter, guys. I love her so much. That's my daughter.
But there are horrors to the story, of which you'll come to find out. Now, let's jump in and try to explain the story of Rosie. Malware's story starts with her creator named Monica, and she's the one I was talking about at the beginning of this video. The protagonist faced constant problems with her family mistreating her, being reminded how she is unwanted or unloved. Her father and mother both criticized her at every corner, but would also praise her when it fit their agenda. This would be very rare, and it made Monica want to do everything just to get that praise again. Though this would oftentimes be in vain, though the one who hurt her the most was her uncle, as he was the person she would confide in the most, only for him to treat her terribly as well. Her parents would often not want to be around her or didn't want the responsibility, so she would be left with her uncle, who was also a drug user. Oftentimes, he would switch between hugging her and caring for her to beating her when he was high and or drunk. And after it all, he would apologize. Spoken through pathetic tears, he would plead to the child and ask for forgiveness. Monica could smell something strange. She had to hide because she knew what that meant. It's because of this she never learned true affection.
Poor girl. Monica's story devastates me every single time because it's this child who wants to be loved. Every child wants to be loved. And she was just never given that. She was never given that, or that was never fulfilled through her guardians, through her parents, through even an uncle. So it breaks my heart, truly. But this trauma led towards the creation of something even more terrifying than her past, which is malware or meatware, both of them. But we'll get more into that through the video.
Now, as if this wasn't bad enough, Monica's suffering was only amplified by an entity known as Phobia, who feeds
Phobia,
off of
sorry.
her fears. Phobia itself
My bad. Phobia. Whoops.
My bad. Doesn't necessarily have a name, but that's what Monica calls it, so it can be understood. Phobia is a genderless entity, but mostly refers to itself as feminine and feeds off of fear like a parasite. In order for it to stay alive, it has to continuously scare its victims. Think Monsters Inc., but incredibly worse. Phobia can be the death of someone by heart attack or induced paranoia, but it doesn't actually want to do that. Not because of any morality, but because it can't continue to live.
So what's also utterly terrifying is that imagine that malware unzips the zipper that's on her and you just see that. That's terrifying. Hello? I've actually am getting to write a little bit about phobia, and it's really interesting because it's not that phobia wants, like Duncachi said. Like Duncachi said, it's not like phobia wants to do this, to feed off of people's fears, but it has to survive. That is one of my favorite things about writing phobia, is it has to. It has no other choice. So through script writing for phobia, for different projects, I portray it as kind of remorseful, but not really. It's more of, it doesn't really have a morality. It has more of a regret, like a post-regret, but also it's like a, hey, I have to survive type of thing. It's like, do you really think I want to be doing this? No, I have to do it. There's no other choice. That's how I kind of portray phobia in writing. When I'm writing scripts for different projects before I record, that's kind of how I portray phobia. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does.
She will do anything to ensure her survival and has no concept of empathy or positive human emotion. Phobia is awesome.
See, it's like a post-regret. It will not show empathy, or I don't know if this makes any sense. It's like, it doesn't show any positive human emotion. It only shows negative. So how I portray that is, it's the kind of thing where it's like I'll do it and ask for forgiveness later, except for, you know, Phoebe's not asking for forgiveness. It's more or less like a negative feeling behind that. It's so difficult to put to words without giving examples, because I can't give examples because NDA. Wonderful. So I guess if that makes any sense, you get what I mean? It's more so I portray the malice and the negativity and just the depth of that through the actions of the character. Yeah.
So looking for a vessel to hide in, and further seeks to understand humans so she may study them and understand what truly scares them. Though there is just one problem with Phobia using a human vessel. If it tries to, the human body will decompose instantly and she would have to repeat the process. She seeks a vessel that will not decompose and allows her to exist. Which is why Monica is so important. To find out how, we have to fast forward a little when Monica is a little older and is a bit more successful. As you know, Monica's parents were always fighting, and we find out that they had her when they were young, which explains why they might be bitter. A controversial opinion, guys, but I think these parents suck. Nothing she
Not controversial at all. I agree. These parents suck.
Did would ever win their approval. So one day, she decided to choose her dreams over staying with her family, who constantly threw in her face that they threw away everything for her. She decided to chase her dreams and do what made her happy. Though in her older years, she had trouble trying to work in what she loved to do, which was coding. She always wanted to be the world's best coder, but was rejected quite a bit. She was great at learning but had no experience, making her unsuccessful in her job hunt. One day, she was desperate and wanted a place to work, desperate to take anything, and a person would give her that chance. Granted, this person wanted her to work on a pirated Sonic game and improve it, and the person who made it was arrested a long time ago. Perhaps it was a greedy priest who wanted to make money? Sound familiar to you guys?
I wonder who that is. I wonder.
Watch my rewrite videos if Monica had complete free.
If you're confused about that, you might want to watch Duncachi's rewrite video that explains kind of like the lore behind that. Yeah, it will make a lot more sense if you do watch that and if you have the context. So, I wonder who that is.
Them in this project, which is something she loved. Free will to do what she wanted so long as it promoted the bootlegged game and got more of an audience. Though this didn't bother Monica, and she locked in. She gave multiple ideas that would pass through, since honestly her boss didn't care. But one of her biggest projects was made, what we later know as Malware. Now viewer, this is the time we talk about who Malware is in the Malware video.
Yay! Let's go! It's my baby! Look at her. I love her. It's my daughter, guys. I love her very much. That's my child. Sasha, when I have joint custody. That's a joke I make with Sasha. It's like, hey, we got joint custody. Or at least, I think I've made that joke once or twice before. I think it was, on a stage in Fracture Genesis's, like, community Discord, where I cracked that joke and she started laughing.
Monica thought of creating a manga, just like in Japan, that being Sonic and Friends, which was full of short stories and fun interactions. Interestingly enough, it resonated with a large female audience, so Monica would add new characters. And the character she would add is Rosie, as shown in the picture here. I actually love this art. It's very visually appealing. Most things about the characters are. Okay, right, back to the story. Rosie was obviously meant to be a retake of Amy, and to her...
This image kills me every time. That image kills me every time. Oh my god, it's the point in Pog meme. And then he's just standing there, bro. What is Rewrite doing? What is he doing?
Surprise, Monica found that this brought in more of an audience and liked the character. Even if she was a joke side character, people really liked her, and eventually, because of this, Rosie was added to the bootleg game she was programming, which would make more people have it. How would she function in-game? Well, Rosie's mechanic was supposed to be an interactive character. She was coded with 2 AIs that would help her adapt herself and learn stuff in-game. She's an enemy at the start, basically imagine the AI of Alien Isolation, specifically the alien. That's how she works as an enemy. Which, I'm reading this from the doc, but if you don't know, it means that it's a learning AI. In Alien Isolation, they had this xenomorph learn your hiding patterns, and it was terrifying. It would also be able to kind of like track you and go where you go. Whereas if you went to hide in one spot, the xenomorph would check that spot if it found you there the first time. A little off topic, but it was really cool. Once you beat her, she will become an ally who will help you with the same mechanics, making it feel like you were playing with someone else, or perhaps a friend. Depending on how you would interact with her as an ally, she would build her reaction off of that. They have this cute picture of Sonic and Rosie hugging, and it's actually really adorable.
They're so sweet. So, for their canonical interactions, how I was told to write them by Sashiro is that while they are very cute together, they are also a chaotic duo. So, I'm talking probably like rage baiting and stuff like that, getting a little bit angry at each other occasionally, even for jokes and stuff. They pull pranks on each other, stuff like that. Just anything to indicate that they are very chaotic. Their relationship is quote unquote relationship, quote unquote. They are very chaotic, and that is an understatement. But yeah, so that's how I characterize them when I write.
You're playing as Sonic in this situation, and I love it. What's interesting is Monica is such a good coder that she made it to where you could make them interact however you want. Even with this, things didn't go exactly as planned with the recreation. Remember how I said this was a bootleg? Well, her boss gets arrested. Monica thinks this is because of copyright, but it goes further than that. Her boss was a follower of the cult that made the original game, and that caused people to, well, game and themselves. Also, fun fact, I only briefly mentioned, in the Rewrite FNF mod, when Rewrite goes to put his hand to his head like this, at this point you're powerless to him, and he's instructing you to do the same. This is a lame explanation of this, and there's more narrative to it, so when it references him game ending or people telling them to, you know, it's this. Our protagonist gets investigated by the police and prohibited the release of the game, though Monica is able to bounce back from this and find a new job. Though it's boring and she has no creative wiggle room. She was supposed to do her work and that was it. Now, the story is a work in progress, but so far it seems to be pretty interesting. It's revealed that Phobia uses malware as a vessel, though malware still exists as its own entity. It goes kind of like this. Malware has a zipper on her design, but it's not just for show. If it's zipped down, this means Phobia is in control. If it's zipped up, it's an entity named Meatware. If it's normal, like this, it's malware. Malware is pretty neutral and simply wants to complete its objective. It's a learning AI, so sometimes Monica tries to use it to get help or reach out to people, but Phobia can use it to corrupt computers. Now, this all happens because it's contained in a zip archive, and in the zip folder, it contains the entity. The moment you get this zip file, this thing has pretty much taken your computer. So they're all different.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. I really love the combination of malware, meatware, and then Phobia. It's really cool having to write all of it and then also try to intertwine the lore of it all together. So I feel like that was a really good explanation.
Different beings with different objectives, and malware has her own things that she seeks to carry out. That's the basics of the story. If you guys would like to read it, I'll include a link in the description. It's still...
Whoop, sorry, double accidental click. I will also be linking the document and this video also if you wish to watch it on your own. I will be including that in the description of my video as well. Yay!
Work in progress, so more is being worked out. But there are a few fun facts to this character. While it may not be canon to Sonic Rewrite, they are said to have a chaotic relationship. At first, Sonic...
Like I just said! See? They're very chaotic.
didn't like malware, but warmed up to her in this canon. Sashiro, the creator, says they aren't capable of romance or anything like that, but encourages people to draw them together. After all, I can't lie, they are a very fun duo and look very cute. There have been a lot of animations featuring the two interacting. There's even one where they put malware in the Sonic FNF mod. Osprey does an amazing job on this animation, and seeing Rewrite blush is a little endearing. How could you be mad at this? But,
they are so cute. I love them so much. Look at Oh my gosh. I will say this. If Rewrite ever gets an official VA, text me immediately. I would love to do, like, I don't know, whether it's, like, play video games with them or be able to just do some chaotic stuff as with our two voices. I feel like it would be really fun to make some content together. So if Rewrite ever gets an official VA, let me know. Like, spam ping me. That's how serious I am.
He's gotta ruin it by getting all spooky because boyfriend showed up. This is likely a work in progress that might turn into something else. I don't know if it'll be like a full FNAF mod or if it's just going to involve Rosie and make a full animation, but I guess we'll see. But Kirby Popstar, creator of Sonic.ROM, one of my favorite cute versions of Fan Sonic.
Kirby! Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm actually speechless with Kirby. I love their artwork so much. They draw a lot of Rewrite and Malware stuff, which is how I found them originally. And then they also did a lot of Fracture Genesis fan art too, especially of, I believe they did Amy, and then another one of Metal Sonic and FG Amy. So, yeah.
Did a couple of art pieces of the two. I have never seen an EXE get so much fan art in a short period of time, and for good reason. Malware is absolutely adorable.
He's so cute. Oh my gosh.
So she definitely has her spooky side to her. Don't get me started on whatever the hell Meatware is. You guys will have to wait for that. For now, I want to talk about her appearance and outcome memories, since she was added as an Amy skin in that game. She even has her own voice lines, though I can never really understand her. If you think this is adorable, she also appears in VR chat, which I'm always surprised to see for some reason. I mean, it makes sense.
Outcome memories mentioned. Outcome memories mentioned. That's all I'll say.
She takes some inspiration from Sonic Rewrite, and she fits into that world pretty well. Her interactions with Rewrite can either be really wholesome or super chaotic, likely both at the same time. Just remember though, Malware functions differently depending on the zipper. So while she comes across as a lovable program, she has one goal. And depending on who's in control, things could get bad pretty quickly. There is plenty more to know about this character, like how phobia functions and whatever the hell Meatware is, and in time, I'll cover it. The amount of support that Rosie has got makes sense as the design is simple, recognizable, and incredibly adorable, which is perfect for a horror setting, or using it to lure people in. I know you may look at this and think it's cute, but we've got no
The Peach Man. Sorry. I've seen that. Even before I started voicing Malware, I saw that. And I was like, this is so funny. I should, like, change my profile photo to that. Like, hear me out. What if I did that for, like, April Fools? That'd be really funny.
idea what it's fully capable of. I mean, its name is Malware, for God's sake. That's kind of like the whole thing. Oh, wait, no, but guys, look at it. Its name is Malware, but I mean, it's adorable. If you guys are believing that, all of you are screwed. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
I'd be screwed, dude. That's my daughter. Like, look at her. Look at her. That is my daughter. I love her. If she was in my computer, I'd be so screwed.
Just like Sonic Rewrite, it will lure you in. So, don't download any zip files that seem suspicious because it might be malware. Subscribe, and remember, stay freaky.
What? I don't want to stay freaky, man. Huh? Well, that is all for today. I really enjoyed rewatching the horrifying reality of Rewrite Amy malware video by Duncachi. Please make sure to go subscribe to his channel. And if you also liked learning at least a little bit more about malware through my perspective, please feel free to drop a subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot more content also involving malware just because I said that I'm her official VA. I don't have to repeat myself. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a lot more in terms of that type of content and reaction content. If you guys want more of this type of EXE reaction content, please do let me know. Let me know what EXE's lore you want me to react to. Let me know if you like this, any constructive criticism, anything of the sort. Yay! Yippee! Alrighty, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!